I read 10 books this month and here are my thoughts on all of them. Firstly, I read Onyx Storm. I did a full video on what I thought of this, what my theories are. So if you want to see that, go a few videos back. I'm torn between 4 and 5 stars for this one. I'm floating around that 4.5 mark. Next, I read Of Mice and Men. I rated this one 4 stars. It absolutely broke my heart. Next, I read The Tilt. It is Aussie crime fiction. I love this genre. I feel like it's always going to hit for me. I ended up rating this 4 stars. Next, I read Pole to Pole. This is an autobiography of Michael Palin's travels from the North Pole to the South Pole. I mostly listened to this on Audible and I partially read it. I think if I had completely read it, I don't think I would have finished this book. I ended up rating it 2.5 stars. I found some parts really, really interesting. There was so much of it that I was just bored. I read Divine Rivals. There is something about the way that Rebecca Ross writes that really scratches an itch in my brain. I really enjoyed this. I do wish it was a little bit longer. I feel like the romance wasn't drawn out enough for me. It felt a little bit insta-lovey. Really excited to read the second one of this. This is a duology if you don't know. So I ended up rating this one 4 stars. Next is Honeybee. This is another Australian fiction. This story is so heartbreaking but heartwarming at the same time. Basically, it's about the friendship between this 14-year-old kid and an older man. Not in a creepy way, it's a really beautiful friendship. And they're helping each other find the reasons to keep living. And I ended up rating it 5 stars, obviously. Next up, The Love Hypothesis. I was really, just after all this general fiction, I was really craving just a silly little brain-numbing romance. And this is it. There are so many tropes in this. It is so unrealistic, but I ate it up. I love the romance in this. I love a little grumpy sunshine romance, my favorite. I rated this one 3.5 stars. Next up was another audiobook called Educated by Tara Westover. This is about a girl who grew up in a very Mormon doomsday prepping family. I will never not be fascinated by Mormonism, by cults. Crazy story. It's hard to believe that there are people out there like this family. And I rated that one 5 stars. Next is Sundog. I only just finished this morning. I am so unsure how to feel about this book. First of all, it's too long in my opinion. It doesn't need to be this long. There was just way too much fluff. She took flowery writing to a whole other level. I don't even know what to rate this. I'm hovering between 2.5 and 3. I didn't hate it. I don't know if I would recommend it though. So that was all